This is such a great morning. Welcome to the American Red Cross 2021 State Legislator of the Year ceremony, being held virtually for the first time, much like many things this year, virtually for the first time. This morning, the Red Cross in New York State will honor 6 of our state level elected officials for their outstanding commitment to building more resilient communities. The Red Cross in New York State is comprised of 3 regions: Greater New York, Eastern New York, and Western New York, where I have the honor of serving as the Chief Executive Officer. You know, we are so fortunate to enjoy the strong support of our government partners in New York, evidenced by the fact of who we're going to be recognizing and the representatives that we're recognizing across all 3 regions today. You know, we're so grateful for the partnerships we share with our legislators. Your commitment to improving the lives of your constituents aligns with the Red Cross mission to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies. You each share in our humanitarian spirit, and we're honored to recognize you for your efforts to help build more resilient communities and save lives. You know, we're going to start this morning off. I'm going to present this morning's first Legislator of the Year award. I'd like to call on my colleague Susan Rounds, who's the Chief Operating Officer in the Greater New York region. Susan?
Thank you, Alan. I'm honored to recognize this year's first recipient, Senator Joseph Adabo. From the Greater New York region, Senator Adabo is recognized for his ongoing and unwavering support of the American Red Cross. In the state legislature, Senator Adabo continues to make constituent services a priority, just as he did as a representative of the 32nd New York City district, where he secured millions of dollars for infrastructure improvements, school technology, and senior and youth services. Through the senator's office, the senator and his staff have assisted thousands of constituents with problems involving housing, health, transportation, taxes, public safety, and many other issues, including efforts to aid local residents whose lives were so deeply affected by Hurricane Sandy in late October 2012. As a member of the Senate Bipartisan Task Force on Hurricane Sandy, Joe worked to help his community recover and rebuild from the devastating storm. Senator Adabo also distinguished himself by partnering with the Red Cross to deliver food and essential supplies as part of a critical mission in Queens during the height of the COVID pandemic. When our partner organization, JASA, requested Red Cross assistance with emergency food distribution, Senator Adabo worked alongside our volunteers to encourage and support them, and he helped to deliver boxes of fresh food to some of the most vulnerable in our community, our seniors. Senator Adabo has worked to enhance the readiness of his constituents to be better prepared in the event of a disaster by co-hosting several virtual Citizen Preparedness Corps emergency preparedness presentations. And he has helped to promote home fire safety by recording a public service announcement and sharing with his constituents and encouraging them to sign up for a free smoke alarm installation. Senator Adabo, we are deeply grateful for your support and your partnership. Please join me in recognizing Senator Adabo as we name him a 2021 New York State Legislator of the Year.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. And there it is. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. It's an honor to be recognized by the American Red Cross. Thank you so much, Susan, to the entire American Red Cross family. Thank you so much. And I want to also congratulate the other honorees today for their recognition, truly deserving. And they're my friends in government, colleagues in government. So I want to congratulate them as well. But again, to the Red Cross, thank you very much. And I also want to say that I share this award and honor with my dedicated staff, my team in the district office and the team up in Albany. I can't do it alone. So I do have a dedicated team. So I share this with them as well. But thank you. And I think what matters to me most about this honor is the organization in which it comes from. You know, the significance for me personally that it comes from the Red Cross means a lot to me. You know, it was, again, you know, the Red Cross, I'm so amazed that, again, the foundation of which is based upon 95% volunteers, demonstrating each and every day the idea of giving back to the community. I really appreciate that. And the partnership that we had over the years. You mentioned some, Susan, and I know from the days of my city council when Flight 587 crashed in Rockaway back in 2001. From there, we started a great partnership. Sandy, as you mentioned, in 2012. Most recently, we had a Valentine's Day fire, a tragic Valentine's Day fire in Richmond Hill, and there was the Red Cross. And the Red Cross has always been there, you know, with the food distributions in Rockaway, with the sound the alarm. They've always been there for my people, my constituents, as a beacon of hope. In my constituents' most darkest moments, there was the Red Cross as a beacon of hope saying, hey, help is here. And that's what I really appreciate, you know, with the Red Cross. I really do. And I look forward to working with you going forward. I guess the common goal is, like the Red Cross says, in preventing and alleviating human suffering, right, in the face of emergencies. That's our common goal. So I do look forward to working with you all. And again, I can't thank you enough for the significant and personally, truly appreciate the honor here today. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Senator Adabo, for your kind words. I would like to now turn the mic over to my colleague, Neela Lockle, who is the CEO of the Long Island chapter. Neela?
Neela, you're on mute. Yes.
Sorry about that. It's only a year into this. So good morning, everybody. Just a little heads up, my daughter's leaving for school, so there might be a little in the background. But thank you very much. So our next honoree representing part of the Long Island chapter and the Greater New York region is State Senator John Brooks, Chair of the Senate's Veterans, Homeland Security and Military Affairs Committee. During his time in state government, Senator Brooks has been a champion for the Red Cross inside the state capitol in Albany, but his not only in the state capitol in Albany, but also his work to protect the people of Long Island began decades earlier. For more than 50 years, Senator Brooks has been an active volunteer firefighter with the Seaford, Medford, and Lindenhurst fire departments, and previously served as Seaford's chief of department. Prior to Superstorm Sandy, Senator Brooks was the chairman of the Long Island Hurricane Symposium programs, where he worked hand in hand with hurricane experts and the National Weather Services to evaluate risk on Long Island. Senator Brooks has also partnered with the Red Cross to better prepare his community in the event of disasters, and has served as a Red Cross champion for the Sound the Alarm campaign on Long Island, helping to protect local residents from the dangers of home fires. Senator Brooks has co-hosted a virtual Citizens Preparedness Corps emergency preparedness event with the Red Cross, which helped to prepare residents for hurricanes, fires, as well as other natural and man-made disasters. And lastly, as I mentioned earlier, Senator Brooks has become one of our leading champions in Albany. For several years, he has authored a letter of support for increasing state investment in our programs, and dozens of his colleagues have added their names to his letter, providing a powerful testament to the broad support the Red Cross enjoys among our elected leaders. Would everyone please join me in a round of applause to thank Senator John Brooks for his outstanding contributions as we recognize him as a 2021 Legislator of the Year.
Thank you very much, and we have the award here, and it is truly an honor, and as was mentioned, my relationship with the Red Cross goes back. Unfortunately, I guess when you get to this age, it goes back decades. So that kind of reveals things. But the American Red Cross is the glue that keeps us together in the time of an emergency. And whether we're dealing with a hurricane or a major fire, the Red Cross is always there. And whenever you deal with the folks at the American Red Cross, they're always so enthusiastic about what they're going to do. And, you know, it's so amazing when you look back, if we look back just to Sandy as an example. The community I live in is on the coast, and we had flooding like we'd never seen before. And during the evening, we were in the main road in town with the trucks to evacuate people. People were walking up from houses that were flooded. We were bringing them to the firehouse, and then the Red Cross was taking care of their needs to the greatest extent from there. So the Red Cross is something that's always there, but you take it for granted until you need it. and then they respond with the equipment, the knowledge, the understanding that's needed to provide the support to the people. And I think for all of us, you know, this is an honor, but the greater honor belongs to you, belongs to what you want to do. Many years ago, I had an opportunity to run one of the training programs at the National Hurricane Conference with the vice president of the American Red Cross. And people were really stunned in the end. And the presentation had to do with volunteers during hurricanes in particular. People were amazed how many functions were actually covered by pure volunteers. Half the people couldn't understand when I explained volunteer fire department. They thought we came and helped the firemen pick up hose after a big fire. And when we explained throughout New York State, pretty much all of the fire service, like excluding cities, is by volunteers. And the same kind of people that supply and support and staff the American Red Cross. So this is a great honor to me, one I appreciate very much. And being involved with you and what you do is, I think, for all of us, a great honor, and to be recognized by the people that are always there in time of need is really really a great thing. So I want to congratulate everybody else, and I want to congratulate the Red Cross for what they do day in and day out. And certainly we know with the events in the nation in the last 2 days, the Red Cross is out in many communities now, trying to help people recover from the storms that have hit us. And you're there every day, 365 days a year, round the clock. So I say thank you for this award, but more importantly, thank you for what you do. Thank you.
Desiree, or are we going back, or just want to keep moving forward?
Keep moving forward. I'll let you know when we should go
All right.
back. Thank
Okay,
you.
super. Well, right now I'd like to thank Neil and Susan, and thank you, senators and our awardees, for your amazing work and your partnership. You both are tremendous partners, and we thank you for that. We now want to move up the Hudson River out of the city, a bit into Eastern New York region for our next honoree. I'll call on Kelly Formosio, the Executive Director of the Hudson Valley Chapter, to present our next award. Kelly, to you.
Thank you, Alan. I'm so excited this morning to be able to present our next award. State Senator Sue Serino epitomizes what it means to be a government partner standing shoulder to shoulder with the Red Cross through some extremely challenging circumstances. Senator Sue Serino has a long history of working with our team whenever disaster strikes. When the Hudson Valley was hit by 2 nor'easter snowstorms, Senator Serino was there by our side to make sure her constituents knew where our shelters were located, and she shared vital safety information to help people weather the storms. And another notable example of Senator Serino's partnership with the Red Cross came in October 2017, when a fire ripped through the Rip Van Winkle apartment building and affected more than 400 individuals. With such a massive challenge on our hands, Senator Serino took action and connected with community leaders throughout Dutchess County to help secure in-kind donations for clients impacted by this fire. The senator helped secure pillows, hygiene products for adults and babies, water, and critical supplies for our shelter clients. Without her help by our side, relief for hundreds of people would have been impacted and would have been much more difficult, and we are forever grateful for her efforts. Senator Serino has hosted many of our youth preparedness courses and helped with our outreach efforts in the community, using her social media presence to share the constant need for blood donations. And she will be hosting a blood drive this July. Senator Serino also hosts an annual Golden Gathering event for our community, in which she engages more than 1,000 seniors each year. Through one Golden Gathering, the Red Cross was able to connect with the Kruger family, who became part of our Home Fire campaign. Through a partnership with Rebuilding Together, we installed free smoke alarms in their home and shared critical fire safety information. These particular efforts helped save their lives in a subsequent fire in June 2020. Our team at the Red Cross knows Senator Serino is always just a phone call away if we need anything. She was always ready and up for a challenge. We are grateful to be able to work with her and serve the Hudson Valley community. Please join me in recognizing the outstanding work of Senator Sue Serino as we name her a 2021 New York State Legislator of the Year.
Thank you so much, Kelly. You know, it's such an honor to be honored by you guys who are, you know, your work is rooted in our community. And like Kelly said, some of those things, Kelly, that happened when I think about the Rip Van Winkle, right? That was little kids were running around with no socks, no pillows. Like people don't realize when you have a fire, especially, you lose everything. So I can't thank you enough, you know, for all of your hard work. And when you see Kelly too, she's got this infectious smile and everybody just wants to reach out and help her. But really, you guys are all the heroes today. Like my colleagues before me said, you really are the heroes. And I can't thank you enough for all of the work that you do. Just the preparedness classes too, I think are great because it's stuff that people really need to learn. And look at, like you said, Kelly, the couple, the Kruger family, that it actually saved their lives. People don't realize with the smoke detectors and by what you guys are doing and passing those out, it's just a tremendous work that all of you do. And I can't thank you enough. And the blood drives, especially right now, are really important as we know that there's a blood shortage. So, and all of the volunteers, everyone that you have on your team, it's all dedication that, you know, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And this is just such an amazing award to be getting today. I can't believe it. I'm so honored, especially with all of my friends and colleagues here today. Love listening to their stories as well. And so thank you so much. Truly, truly an honor. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Keep up the good work.
Super. Well, thank you, Kelly. And thank you, Senator, for your amazing partnership and the work you do. All right, we're going to continue our tour of New York State. We're going to move west to the Southern Tier chapter, which is part of the Western New York region. I'm a little partial to that one. At this time, we'd like to welcome Colleen McCabe, the COO for the Western New York region, to present our next award. So Colleen.
Thanks, Alan, and thanks for having me today. Welcome, everyone, and congratulations to all of you. It's so wonderful listening to these amazing examples of how the Red Cross is working together with our state representatives all across New York State. We are truly blessed to have the level of support in all corners of the state and in the Western New York region. Our honoree hails from Binghamton in the Southern Tier area of New York State and has represented the 123rd State Assembly District since 2004. State Assembly member Donna Lupardo is a tireless advocate for the people in her region and helping to spearhead the area's economic recovery. During her time in Albany, Assemblywoman Lupardo has worked to secure funding for many local nonprofits, area schools, development projects, and vital infrastructure. And in recognition of her advocacy, she has received numerous awards for her commitment to public service. Assemblywoman Lupardo previously chaired the Assembly Aging Committee, where she focused on enhancing services and programs for seniors throughout the state, as well as look at new ways to engage the senior population that is remaining active in their communities longer than ever. And she also spent several years as chair of the Assembly Children and Families Committee, where she was an outspoken advocate for after-school programs, increased childcare subsidies, and helped raise awareness of childhood poverty throughout the state. Now, the chair of the Assembly Agriculture Committee, Assemblywoman Lupardo, has authored numerous pieces of legislation which were signed into law during her time in the state legislature, earning a well-deserved reputation as a tireless and effective leader. Assemblywoman Lupardo has also a special interest in protecting the public from potential health risks and environmental hazards, having passed tenant notification of environmental testing results, toxic spill notification rules, and lead testing of school drinking water, among others. And even with all of these amazing accomplishments on the state level, the Assembly member has also been a committed and valued partner of the American Red Cross. Each year, Assemblywoman Lupardo sponsors the designation of March as Red Cross Month in the State Assembly. She has served as member of the Southern Tier Chapter Sound the Alarm campaign for many years. She's supported Red Cross disaster preparedness initiatives and campaigns, and vocally and actively supported our volunteer workforce, particularly during the devastating floods in 2006 and 2011. She's helped recruit volunteers, promote local blood drives, and specifically aided in securing grants for the local Southern Tier chapter. Please join me in thanking Assemblywoman Donna Lupardo and recognizing her as a 2021 State Legislator of the Year.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Colleen. And it's so nice to see everyone, especially my colleagues. Congratulations to one and all. It's really an honor to be with all of you, and certainly an honor, as everyone has said, to receive this really spectacular award. As Colleen mentioned, I passed earlier in the month, along with Senator Rivera, went through both of our houses, this resolution, which I would like to present to you through this portal. Looks like this. I would like to read just one line from this resolution, which I think evokes what all of my colleagues have said already. The one line is, whereas the American Red Cross Month celebrates the everyday heroes who work tirelessly in times of disaster to offer the comfort of a helping hand. And I have certainly witnessed this firsthand, as Colleen mentioned, the two historic 500-year floods that hit our area in 2006 and 2011. I do not know what we would have done if the troops from the Red Cross had not just descended on our community with food, water, comfort, and assistance. It really brought into focus for me and our entire community just how selfless and tireless this group is. Not only that, just the disaster preparedness alone that has gotten us through and ready for the next potential flood or disaster, the blood donation drives, the home safety and other programs. Again, someone said earlier, it's an unsung hero. The everyday hero is something to see. And this is a group that we all cherish and want to see a lot more. And I think as a legislature, we would like to support you more as well. So thanks again.
Super. Well, thank you so much, Assemblywoman. We are so grateful for the work you do every day and the support that you give us there. Before we go to Ken, I think we have one more to go back to. Is that correct, Desiree?
We do, and I believe that she has just joined us. Marissa Davila, can you turn your camera on if you are here?
Lost her.
There's no coffee and donuts. She left.
She may have.
Okay, so
Alan, why don't
we'll go with Ken. Well, let's go to Ken and see if we can get him back.
Okay.
Make sure I get my screen back here. There we go. I think flashed. Okay. Well, next we're going to continue in the Western New York region. We're going to take us all the way as far west as we can go into Erie County, into the Buffalo area for this morning's award. And I'm going to turn it over to Ken Turner, who's the Western New York Regional Disaster Officer. So Ken, turn it to you.
Thank you so much, Alan, and good morning, everyone. We're always happy in Buffalo because we say the best comes from the West. I have the distinct honor to present this morning's award to a great friend and an outstanding public servant. That's none other than State Senator Patrick Gallivan. He has represented portions of Erie, Livingston, Wyoming, and Monroe counties since his election in 2010. Prior to his current role, he served as Erie County Sheriff from 1998 to 2005. And before that, he spent 15 years as a state trooper. Senator Gallivan has used his extensive background in law enforcement to help secure funding to provide resource officers to school districts and has supported community-based programs to combat domestic violence. Senator Gallivan has served on the State Minority Task Force on Counterterrorism and Public Protection. The senator is a graduate of both the prestigious FBI National Executive Institute and the FBI National Academy. He's a past member of the New York State Executive Committee on Counterterrorism. Senator Gallivan holds a master's degree in criminal justice from the State University of New York at Albany, and he's a graduate of the prestigious Canisius College in Buffalo, New York. In Albany, Senator Gallivan serves as a ranking member of the State Senate Health Committee and has introduced transformational Medicaid reform legislation, which eliminates Medicaid burden on local governments, protecting vital services, and reducing property taxes on families and businesses. A portion of this legislation has been adopted and has already saved government over $1.2 billion. On the local level, Senator Gallivan has been a tremendous partner with the American Red Cross in Western New York. Notably, Senator Gallivan has hosted several disaster preparedness programs in his district over the years, including the training of more than 600 individuals through our Citizens Preparedness Program. Senator Gallivan has also served on our campaign cabinet for our Sound the Alarm events. Under the senator's leadership, schools in his district has also participated in hands-only CPR, Prepared with Pedro, and the Pillowcase Project. Senator Gallivan routinely helps spread the word about the importance of donating blood and has hosted several blood drives in his district. Please join me in recognizing his accomplishments and welcoming him as a 2021 New York State Legislator of the Year. Congratulations, Senator.
Got it. Well, thank you, Kenny, and thank you, everybody. Good morning, and congratulations to my colleagues. It's really interesting that when I was notified about this day and this honor, and I was told that I was going to be recognized with other legislators, before I saw the list, you could predict who they were. And lo and behold, they appeared on the screen, and I'm thrilled to be here with them, and I'm thrilled to be here with all of you, especially my friend Ken Turner. It makes this a little bit more special. John Brooks had to remind us that we go back decades, and my hair still isn't completely dried today, so you can't see the gray in it, and we're a little grayer, but there wasn't any gray when Kenny and I first started together, not with the Red Cross or anything else, but refereeing basketball, which is really kind of interesting. So friends first, and then worked as professionals together to help people, which, you know, it's interesting. My colleagues said various versions of this, but I think the general feeling would be you're honoring us. And it's like, are you kidding me? We should be together honoring all of you. And we try to do that in the legislature, you know, various forms of acknowledgement, the resolution that Senator Rivera and Donna Lepardo, that they sponsor with many co-sponsors, recognizing March as Red Cross Month. We're thrilled to do that and thrilled to partner with you on so many different things. But it's interesting. Senator Brooks a little bit earlier talked about the Red Cross always being there. And as I think about it, whether it's out our way, whether it's the snowstorms or blizzards, floods, fires, power outages, whatever it might be, inevitably, whether it's on television, whether it's on radio, or whether you see the signs, the Red Cross is indeed always there. And it really is incredible. we talk with our staff, which is just incredible, and all of the things we were involved in that Kenny mentioned wouldn't be possible without them. But we talk about our role out here in the district offices, and we do touch upon 4 different counties, and it's really simple. We help people, and we always try. If somebody calls and asks, it doesn't matter where they're calling from or where they're sending an email from, we make an effort to help. And I think it goes hand in hand, you know, our role as legislators in helping constituents goes hand in hand with the work that the Red Cross does. And we're really grateful for the work that you do across the state and really across the country, of course. And much of our help wouldn't be possible if we didn't have a resource like the Red Cross to point constituents to. So thank you for all of your efforts, and please keep it up. And again, congratulations to everybody.
Well, congratulations, Senator, and we appreciate all you've done in the legislature and before as well for our community. So thank you.
Thanks,
all right,
Alan.
we are moving on to our final honoree of the day, and I'm going to turn it over to my colleague Susan Rounds for the last presentation. Susan.
Thank you, Alan. Our next recipient also represents part of the Greater New York region. Assemblymember Marissa Davila was born in Cantano, Puerto Rico, and moved to Bushwick, Brooklyn as a young girl. As a single mother raising 3 children in Bushwick, Assemblymember Davila worked hard to improve her surroundings for her children and for all children who lived in the challenging conditions of impoverished neighborhoods. So it was not a surprise that when Hurricane Maria devastated the island of Puerto Rico, Assemblymember Davila, who is the current chair of the Puerto Rican Hispanic Task Force, was one of the first people on the ground surveying and offering relief to the devastated island and its people, providing direct information to the needs of particular hard-hit areas and working alongside the Red Cross. She was an incredible partner, and her efforts resulted in more efficient and immediate service delivery to those in need. Assemblymember Davila also served as a Red Cross champion for Sound the Alarm in Brooklyn, encouraging residents to sign up for free smoke alarm installation and helping protect community members from the dangers of home fire. And Assemblymember Davila was the first elected official who invited the Red Cross to train her entire staff in first aid and hands-only CPR so that they were better prepared and equipped in case someone needed immediate help in their communities. Today, in recognition of her humanitarian relief efforts on Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria, her strong partnership with the Red Cross in her home district, and her dedication to New Yorkers, we are proud to name Assemblymember Marissa Davila as a 2021 New York State Legislator of the Year. Please join me in congratulating our Assemblywoman.
Thank you. My goodness, I am so sorry. We got our times a little mixed up, but I'm so happy that I was able to get on. I want to thank John Walden. I want to thank Kevin Coffey. I want to thank you, Susan, for that wonderful presentation. I am so humbled and honored to receive this beautiful what do you call it, award from you guys. One of the reasons why I don't feel I deserve this award and you guys deserve all the awards is because whenever we become or we have a challenge in our districts, we become fearful. The first ones we call is the Red Cross. The Red Cross. Any disaster, whether it's fire, whether a constituent is being pushed out of their home because a wall is cracked, every single time it is the Red Cross. No other name comes to mind. And as far as Hurricane Maria, when I went to Puerto Rico for Hurricane Maria, I had no direction. I did not know where to go. I just said, I know I have to go. I had no communication. I had to go. I went with a couple of chaplains, New York State chaplains, that also worked for the Red Cross. and they guided me. We gave out water, we gave out food, 22 volunteers, they gave out hope. That one chaplain took me to the operation in Puerto Rico that the Red Cross had already set up, like immediately. It was amazing. And they packed our truck really quickly with water, with food, with medical supplies so that we can take it to other towns that were really far away. And every single day that we were there, the Red Cross, along with my volunteers, we cried together, we prayed together, but we gave out that food. We gave it up. The most important thing to me is that the Red Cross continues to service our communities. Like within the past 5 months in my district, we've had 3 devastating fires. 3 devastating fires. One on Montrose that left over 30 families without a place to live, with uncertain. Just yesterday, we were also servicing 14 families that were burnt out of their homes. I can't say enough about the Red Cross. I can't say. I am extremely honored and humble, and I want to thank all of you. I want to thank my peers. I see my beautiful peers online. I want to thank you. But in all reality, you guys are the ones that deserve the award. You are all over the world. You step up to the plate whenever you're needed. And for that, that's God's work. That really is. Thank you. God bless all of you. And thank you. Continue to do the work that you do, because I'm by your side. I'm your partner and you're my partner. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen.
Well, thank you so much, Assemblywoman. We're about to wrap up, but before we conclude, we are doing this virtually. We'd love to get a group shot. So if all the honorees can hold up their medal and kind of lean in so we can get a good picture. We're going to try to get a picture of the screen that we can share our honorees.
Hold on a minute here. Trying to avoid the glare.
All right, we get it? All right, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Well, this concludes this morning's presentation, and I hope all of you have really enjoyed hearing about how all of the public servants that are with us today are partnering with the Red Cross to make our community safer and more resilient. All across the state of New York, we're proud to work hand in hand with the dedicated public service. But like those we're honoring this morning, really distinguish themselves throughout their work and through their commitment to the Red Cross. And we want to thank each and every one of you for your partnership. And we feel so blessed to have the relationship that we have with you. You've really just set yourself apart, and we're forever grateful to not only call you our partners, but to call you our friends. So I'd like to give you all one round of applause. Please join me in giving everyone a round of applause today for all the legislators that we've recognized. I'd like to thank you. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.